Hello collectors, welcome to episode 52 of Statue Talk. I'm your host, Joe Prodzik. With me as always, the Kato Kid himself, Quang Tran. Now Statue Talk is a show where Quang and I share our thoughts and opinions on upcoming statue previews, pre-orders, and also share with you some updates to our own statue collections. So thanks for joining us on this week's episode. Well, Kato, hit the music.
It's good to be back.
Alright, Kato, it has been 4 long months since our last episode of Statue Talk. To take a little bit of a break, the statue room was filled for a couple months with some excess furniture, boxes, and just overall junk, and I needed to get out of the way while my wife and I redid the floors downstairs in our house.
Yes.
So 4 months, Kato.
4 long months.
And I'm guessing absolutely nothing has changed with you?
I literally just finished my school quarter literally yesterday, but that's pretty much it. Nothing new.
Just finished finals. Mm-hmm. Any new statues in your collection?
I got some of those Kodibokis that eventually we'll do a video about later on. But other than that, that's it.
So you got the whole set of Kodibokis?
Yeah, I got the whole set. We didn't unbox Venom in 2099, but that's it.
Yeah, for me it actually worked out perfectly as well. Not a lot of statues came in. We got 2 statues. One you see right behind us, which we posted the unboxing of, came just in time. I was worried about it coming too soon because the room was unavailable. Yeah. He came in 2 giant boxes. Okay. So he came in right when I was able to get stuff out of the room. So we're just about finished up with the downstairs. We are going to move to work on the upstairs next, but not anything is going to come down and clutter up the statue room. Yep. So Kato, we are back.
Yes.
Statue Talk is back every 2 weeks.
Feels weird, man.
On the calendar, Quang and I are going to be sharing all the latest and greatest from the world of statue collecting. All right, Kato, so let's get down to business and let's check out some previews, pre-orders. All right, Kato, what is first up on the list?
First up, we're going to go with our boys at First Four Figures.
First for Figures.
Yes, we have Zelda the Twilight Princess statue. It's going to be True Form Midna. I personally played the game, but I have no idea who this person is.
Midna or Midna?
I want to say Midna, but I could be wrong. Idea. Could be whatever you said.
I think I played Twilight Princess for like 5 minutes. Yeah. So, First Four Figures always does a few different versions of their statues. So how many versions of this statue?
They have 3 different ones. They have the regular edition, exclusive edition, and the definitive edition. I don't know what the definitive edition has. I feel like everything with the exclusive, I don't.
So how many days and minutes do we have left on that pre-order?
We have 6 days, 18 hours, 31 minutes, and 10 seconds in counting.
So that True Form Midna Definitive Edition actually has a pre-order window, and they have a countdown timer on their website. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
No, they regularly usually do that.
So Kato, can you tell us what this Definitive Edition Midna comes with?
So also with the definitive edition, it does come with a display case, which looks awesome, to be honest. Looks really great. And that makes it kind of a bit easier depending on if collectors put it on the outside of their collection or in shelves, you know what I mean? So This would be a really good centerpiece for people who love Zelda.
So how much does this cost, Kato?
So definitive edition costs $784.99 US dollars. Exclusive edition is $484.99. The same with the regular.
Right, and all of these can be purchased at the First Four Figures website. As usual, we'll have links in the comment section below if you want to go to First Four Figures and get that pre-order taken care of. Right, next up, Kato, we're going to cover a little sneak peek of a statue I am very excited about.
Yes.
This is from Handmade Object Collectibles,
AKA H.M.O. Collectibles.
AKA H.M.O. Collectibles, and they hit us with a little teaser of their upcoming Warhammer 40K. I think this is a battle diorama series. So they hit us with a little teaser of the Primarch Robute Gilliman. Looks like they have a printed copy of that guy, Kato.
Yeah.
And this looks awesome. It looks like a picture of the actual Robute miniature, but it's going to be in 1/6 scale size. He's going to be fighting a Chaos Space Marine.
1/6? Isn't that still big?
Yeah, well, Space Marine is like 8 feet tall. Primarch is like 10 feet tall. So this 1/6 scale is probably going to be more like what you would see in our quarter scale statues.
Cool.
It is going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing this statue. Definitely going to pre-order it for sure. I like that. Unlike some other companies are giving us some Warhammer statues from video games.
H.M.O. is doing books. Novels? No?
H.M.O. is doing miniatures straight out of the tabletop game. And yes, they're in some books too, Kato, but these are straight from the tabletop. So I guess they have probably have a pretty rigorous approval process they have to go through with this with Games Workshop. Games Workshop has only started recently allowing their licenses to be used as heavily as they have recently, and we got a couple of statue companies making some awesome looking Warhammer 40K collectibles, and I'm really super stoked, super looking forward to this. So we'll share more on the show as it becomes available. Right, Kato, now let's take a look at some Imaginarium Art.
Yes.
Imaginarium Art, previously known for doing their
Transformers,
huge Marvel statues, and now they've transferred over to primarily just doing Transformers statues. Let me tell you, Kato, they've been kicking butt.
Yeah.
Their Optimus Prime, their Starscream on Throne, their Hot Rod, all statues that I would really like to have in my collection.
In hands with those yet?
Absolutely. Yeah. And Kato, they are as advertised. Little great stuff. So, got a couple of teasers here. Just go ahead and scroll through those. Those look like they have some Decepticons there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm a little bit rusty on my Transformers knowledge. And here's a awesome looking,
like, battle diorama or something. That looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks great. So they are starting to do some smaller scale Transformers as well, Kato.
The Legacy of Cybertron.
Legacy of Cybertron. And let's take a look at Megatron. We got the Megatron, which looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal.
Looks amazing, Kato.
And he's not even painted yet.
Yeah, he's not even painted yet.
Man.
So it's going to be awesome. Next up, forget what this little honey's name is. Female character from Transformers.
Kind of reminds me of the Daredevil that you have. XM Daredevil, just because of the base.
Interesting. And here's a look at, I want to say...
That's the dude with the cassette, right?
No, they already released a dude with a cassette.
Seems like he has a cassette too.
I think this might be Jazz, but maybe I'm probably totally wrong. Okay, next one, Kato. And then we got another Starscream.
Yeah, this guy looks cool. Painted up and everything. He looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, they just... So Imaginarium Art just knocking it out of the park with their Transformers line. Got to give a strong thought to adding one to my collection, Kato. Got to give a strong thought to that.
They're very expensive too.
Not so expensive, Kato. Really? Not so expensive, actually. Compared to some of the other Transformers lines, not so expensive at all. Because they're not giant and massive like this gut statue you see behind me.
Can we get Imaginarium Art in the US?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Big Bad Toy Store? Or?
Yeah, we can order them on Big Bad Toy Store, absolutely. So that's it this week from Imaginarium Art. Kato, what do we have up next?
Next up, we got Pop Culture Shock. And since we're talking about Transformers anyways, they're releasing an Optimus Prime.
They are releasing their own Optimus Prime. Right, Kato, since you don't have the details, I do have the details. This guy is a retail price of $159.99. They're calling this the classic scale which is about 10.5 inches high by 6.5 inches wide by 11 inches deep. So this is a smaller scale.
Yeah, that's why I was really surprised. That's why I thought it was like an arrow in the price. We saw the price.
No, it's no arrow, Kato. This is a small scale Transformer statue.
Cool.
This is more of the cel-shaded. This one is very affordable, so if you're like me and you don't want to spend $1,000 right now, actually I do want to spend $1,000 on a Transformer statue, but if you don't have the money or you're looking for something smaller scale, Pop Culture Shock can hook you up. This guy's open for a pre-order now. What do we kind of edition size we got on that, Kato?
To be determined.
To be determined.
Yes.
So it's going to be a mass-produced Transformer statue.
It's small, and I honestly really like how they painted it. It's just literally comes out of the cartoon, to be honest.
I'm personally not a fan of this look. I like the more realistic-looking statues, but for those of you that do, it's available to pre-order on Pop Culture Shock website today. In Kato, they have another pre-order new statue of Pop Culture Shock as well.
Really?
This one is from the Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, the Vengar?
So they have the Venger statue, Kato. Yeah. This is from Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
So this guy is another animated style statue. Paint is a little bit different on this one.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more expensive, Kato. How much is this?
This one, to pay in full, is $419.99.
Now, I was never a big Dungeons and Dragons fan, but Pop Culture Shock is going old school for their last couple of pre-orders, straying off the Street Fighter path lately a little bit. They haven't been putting out a lot of pre-orders lately.
Yeah.
Since they changed ownership, they're kind of a little bit slower on the pre-orders than they have been in the past. Yep. We haven't seen a lot of Street Fighter action. I know that they are teasing Cammy. I think I saw a Sakura as well teaser coming out too. So keep on the lookout for some new stuff from Pop Culture Shock. If you want to order or pre-order either of those two statues, Pop Culture Shock website is the place to go.
Yep.
All right, Kato, now it's time to talk some Prime 1 Studio. We got some Prime 1 Studio right here, Kato.
Yep. Berserk.
Perfect example of what Prime 1 Studio is all about right here in the statue, right?
Exactly.
This is Prime 1 personified. You got so much stuff going on with this statue. So many details. Giant base. Character is awesome. Lots of, well, not a lot, but quite a few switch out options and choices. Could be a little bit better on the construction.
Yeah.
I had some hard time putting this guy together. Next to everybody who commented about the sword thing, I think the instructions were a little bit off on which direction that sword should have been facing. But as you can see, I did get the sword on correctly. I actually do like this pose better than the sword in
Really? I personally like the sword better. Yeah.
So this is an excellent example of what Prime 1 Studios is all about. They're actually starting to release some stuff again lately. So Kato, first up, let's talk about one of their pre-orders. Let's go first to Poison Ivy.
Yes, from the Hush line.
From the Hush line.
Are you gonna get this?
No, I am not, Kato. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. So, first off, edition size of 750, priced at $1,249.99.
Yes, this is the one. That's the price for the exclusive, and the non-exclusive limited edition is going to be to be determined, and it's $11.99.
And what is the exclusive on that exclusive edition?
So you get a cat Isis with a money briefcase. I don't think it's exclusive. Die or what's the saying that we say?
Exclusive or failed.
Yeah, I don't think it's like that at all. This one.
For me, it's not either. Exclusive is waitlisted. Collector's edition is going to be available for a while. The reason I am not ordering this, Kato, and you can see behind me exactly why.
It's just too big.
The Hush line is 1/3 scale.
Yeah.
Okay. That Poison Ivy is going to take up a lot of real estate.
Yes.
I already have a Poison Ivy in my collection at 1/4 scale. I am happy with her. and I'm gonna stick to that. Right. For me, I don't have the real estate to fit her in my collection, but she looks awesome. She's gonna be huge, like this gut statue. She's gonna be bigger than this gut statue, and I don't have the room for her, but she is awesome. So now, Kato, let's look at a pre-order that has come out to the Prime 1 Studio website, not yet to Sideshow. You can expect that to come to Sideshow soon.
Yes.
This is a part of Prime 1 Studio's G.I. Joe line. This is Scarlet. And what's the price on Scarlet, Kato?
Price on Scarlet, $749 flat.
And what is going to be her edition size?
It's 350.
350.
That's actually not bad. That's for the exclusive version, though. I'm guessing the regular edition is going to be.
Maybe they'll put it to be determined. I think that's what Prime 1 has been doing lately. Putting their collector's edition on to be determined.
Yes.
That way, they're not committed to making a bunch of statues that they don't need. So, again, this is Poison Ivy is available on the Sideshow website and Prime 1 Studios website. Scarlet, as of the day we're taping this video, which is Tuesday?
Yes.
June 5th. So she might be available by the time this video airs. She might be available on the Sideshow website. Just check on the links below in the description of the video to double check that. But I'm going to tell you, Kato, I'm bummed that I can't get this G.I. Joe line.
Yeah, I was hoping, because you did have Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, I think, on pre-order, but
I had Snake Eyes on pre-order, Storm Shadow on pre-order.
And that Cobra guy, too.
I did have Serpentor, and that one kind of, that one stings.
Yeah, you really wanted him.
Because I always, it was my favorite toy as a kid, Serpentor on his chariot. And, I go to toy stores and I look for a good one, and I've never been able to find a good replacement for that guy. And then he comes out in a quarter scale statue. It's a dagger in my heart to not get him. But honestly, Kato.
So I think it's the first world problem for collectives. It's got to be the real estate too, to be honest.
Look, I can't buy them all. I've got a limited budget and I've got limited space, and to start a new line, even though I think that G.I. Joe line is really awesome, I just don't have room for another line.
Yep.
I just don't. I wish I did. I just don't, which is a bummer. But G.I. Joe line looks fantastic. So check out the links below to pre-order either of those two statues. And then Kato, not done with Prime 1 Studio yet. We got a couple of teasers.
Yeah, we got, the first one is apparently they got the Predator license.
Yeah, we've known about the Predator license for a while. So this is a teaser of one of the versions of the Predator. Looks really cool. I'm not a big Predator fan, but I know there are a lot of Predator collectors out there.
Yes, and then they're gonna release a new, is it a new Berserk line or just a new Berserk character? Wasn't sure.
Does that look like a Skull Knight?
Sure, I don't know. I haven't watched like Berserk in like 20 years.
Berserk's not that old. Well, it might be just that old.
It is that old.
We got a teaser from the Berserk line, and now we got a teaser for a quarter scale Wonder Woman statue.
Yeah, pretty cool.
They do good. They do good stuff.
Yeah. They've
been doing really good with their DC line, so happy to see more of her in the future. But Kato, that's it this week from Prime 1 Studio. Okay, Kato, now it's time to talk some Sideshow Collectibles.
Yes, we got a lot from them.
We got a lot of teasers, a lot of previews, but first up, let's start with a pre-order from Sideshow, Kato.
Yes, they have the Iron Man stealth suit. This one looks really cool. Limited edition size is 500. Price is what people would say, I want to say kind of reasonable at this time, is $370.
Well, this is a part of their smaller scale Avengers Assemble line.
Yes.
So a different version of Iron Man for you.
Yeah.
Same pose as before, just a different color, right?
Yeah. What's actually pretty cool is that we'll see a picture here that there's going to be a modern version too. That hasn't been released yet, not that I'm aware of. I did look it up because when I was saving the pictures, the modern version looks great. Honestly, I think if I was a huge Iron Man fan, I think I would buy the modern version. It looks great. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, so this is more affordable collectors at smaller scale for you guys out there, guys and girls out there who like the Avengers Assemble line. This is pretty cool. I like it. I dig it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Because I personally like it. I'm going to get it.
Personally, I'm a quarter scale and up guy for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part. And now let's get into some teasers and previews. First up, we're going to start with that Wolverine life-size bust Kato.
Yeah. It looks interesting. I don't think it looks great. It kind of, again, somebody did compare it to the Hulk that they did in the past. I don't know, it looks kind of the same, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Do you know if his head, like his cowl, gonna be mixed media? That'd be pretty cool if they did that.
I'm sure it won't.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I'm sure it won't be.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but this is an interesting take on Wolverine. I don't do busts. This Wolverine bust would not get me to change my mind.
Because I think the only bust that I think kind of steered us in was one PCS Scorpion, and then the Sideshow's Deadpool. Because those two look great.
They do look
phenomenal.
Great. I would break my no bust rule for a Batman or a Joker bust.
Technically, you do have a small Paramount Studio bust.
Shut up, Kato. That doesn't count. So Wolverine, I'm not feeling that grin.
Yeah.
I think he needs some more facial hair, some more beard scruff on his face, and that grin is more like a Joker grin, to be honest, than a Wolverine grin. It looks goofy and not menacing.
Yep.
The rest of it, though,
does look good.
If you can change that smile a little bit, the rest of it does look good.
Yeah.
I agree, but yeah. Not for me. It's kind of unique and interesting, like that Hulk was, right?
Yeah.
Almost looked like he should have had a stogie in his mouth, but he didn't.
Exactly.
Wolverine's the guy who should have had a stogie in his mouth, right?
Yep.
Interesting. I do like the Sideshow's coming out with more busts. Just good to see that. Wolverine doesn't nail it for me.
It doesn't, to be honest.
Okay, next up, Kato, we got Catwoman.
Premium format figure.
Premium format figure. Sideshow has been redoing their Batman premium format figure line rather than doing new characters. They've been kind of giving us fully sculpted versions of characters that have already been released, right? Harley Quinn, Joker, Batman.
Yep.
Batman has a fabric cape, though.
Yeah.
But all the others in previous iterations, they were mixed media. Now they're doing fully sculpted versions. I'm guessing this more classic-looking Catwoman is going to be fully sculpted as well. Is that the Stanley art term? No, not that one. Not that one. Okay. So next up, a life-size figure, from the Star Wars line.
Yeah, the Force. Is it? Well, do you say the Force Awakens, or you just say Star Wars line?
Just say the Star Wars line.
Okay.
It is from The Force Awakens, but it's also from The Last Jedi, and it'll also be from Star Wars 9.
Whatever that is.
But this is a life-size BB-8 statue.
It'd be cool if it actually walks with you, you know?
That might be a little bit outside of your budget, but it would be cool if you opened his head up and it had like a whiskey carafe and some whiskey glasses.
It'd be better if it became a lighter.
Yeah. You smoke around your statues, Kato. I guess it would be good, huh? And next up, we're taking a little look at the Elektra premium format figure.
Yeah.
She's going to go with the Daredevil.
Yeah, the Daredevil actually looked pretty neat, too, actually.
Yeah, the Daredevil looked really good. For some reason, I have 2 Daredevils in my collection. I'm not even a huge fan of the character. I already have 2. I don't need a 3. And I'm not a big fan of Elektra either. I'm not a huge fan of Daredevil, Defenders, all that stuff, but I do have to say they're looking good.
Yeah, it does look good, to be honest. Yeah, the sculpt on her is great.
Yep. Now we're going to take a look at some pics of the Green Arrow premium format figure. This is a new character for Sideshow.
Yeah.
Fully sculpted Oliver Queen.
Yes, this one looks... I think this is probably the most excited I am for a premium format figure.
Excited enough to buy it?
No. I'm not a huge fan of Green Arrow. I've watched the TV show, but I think this one looks great. Honestly, the sculpt on this guy is just out of this world.
I agree. It looks outstanding.
Yeah.
And it's a statue and a character Sideshow hasn't put out before. So that's very, very promising looking. See quite a few pics of this Green Arrow. I think it's going to be an outstanding statue. And next up, we don't see any statue here, Kato.
But we see some Frost.
We do see some Frost, but again, Sideshow started to rehash the Batman line a little bit. Now they're going to give us some new characters, so it kind of makes up for that. So we got a little teaser of the Mr. Freeze premium format figure. This one absolutely going on my list, Kato. 100%.
You know what? I'm kind of curious. I'm surprised that this guy isn't a maquette. Because isn't Mr. Freeze pretty big? But then I know they're doing the Batman line in premium format figure, but their definition.
We'll see.
Yeah.
A maquette means generally it's going to be more expensive and more intricate and detailed.
Yeah.
They're not saying that with the Mr. Freeze right now.
Yeah.
That could change. Now we do got a Supergirl. This one is the Stan Art Germ Lau Supergirl premium format figure. So it's interesting. If she's a premium format, that means she's going to be quarter scale.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why I was really surprised. I kind of, for the beginning when I saw it, I thought it was a typo because usually Art Germ's teaming up with Sideshow is usually 1/6 scale.
1/5 scale.
Oh, 1/5?
Yeah. So this will hopefully make up for, actually the last Supergirl wasn't too bad, but expect this one to be a little bit better than that last one. Next up, we got a teaser and we got some pictures, Kato, of the Mystique premium format figure from Sideshow's X-Men line, mutant line. I don't know if I'll call it an X-Men line, I'll call it a mutant line. So we got Wolverine, we've got Magneto, and now we've got Mystique.
Yeah, and this is old school Mystique too, right? Isn't this...
Well, I'm sure they're going to have a second portrait.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure they're going to have a second portrait, but...
I like this one, though.
Yeah, I like this one, too. Competing with XM's mutant X-Men line that they're coming out with. So
I really like how her base is just standard and just simple.
It is.
Instead of like Wolverine, where it's super complex and... You know.
And so I'm all in on the Sideshow mutant X-Men line. Be getting this one for sure, absolutely. Okay, now we got a preview. This one is a little bit older than the others. This is the Venom life-size bust.
We are Venom?
I'm not Venom.
Symbiote?
Symbiote. Marvel actually, Huang and I are laughing about that Venom teaser trailer, and I watched it with my wife too, and as soon as that lady said, what'd she say, symbiote?
Yeah.
No.
I was like, dear.
And then Marvel actually, in one of their latest Spider-Man comics, they actually corrected it in the comic to correct how it's supposed to be said after that trailer. So
I wonder if they're going to reshoot it.
It was funny and interesting. Well, it's interesting because Marvel corrected it in their comics, and that's actually Sony. Yeah. It's outside of the MCU, so... but they're doing a life-size bust for Venom. That one has great potential.
Yes. The last one that they did was pretty great already, I think.
I think it was legendary scale.
Yeah.
That one has great potential, I think, with the Venom movie coming out, and I think it would be hard to ruin, but has great potential to be just amazing. Yeah. Right?
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, if you had a just massive tongue, just like translucent resin, has an option to be amazing.
Yeah.
Now back to DC. Got a teaser for the Doomsday maquette.
Yeah, see, this guy's maquette.
So I'm sure there's a reason. Huge, I'm sure he's going to be huge, and I'm sure he's going to be Thanos priced.
Size, yeah.
Thanos priced.
Would he be Thanos size too, or no?
I would imagine, yeah, he'll be big.
Close to it, right?
But I'm guessing...
Bigger, Thanos or Doomsday?
Well, it depends because Thanos is portrayed several different ways. So, just depends. Probably I would naturally say Doomsday.
Okay.
Thanos could whoop on him, but, Doomsday. So, it'd be interesting. If you're getting Superman, you're getting Wonder Woman, you would have to have Doomsday, right? I don't know if I'm going to go that route. But speaking of another beast, Kato, back to the mutant line, another maquette. Yes. See, this one is called the maquette. This is Juggernaut.
Yeah, that means his base is going to be something out of this world, to be honest. No? I think it has to be. I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit complex, to be honest. I think it's going to be like boulders like flying in the sky or something.
Well, it's going to be probably Thanos priced as well. Yeah. Juggernaut, huge. Saw him in the recent Deadpool movie.
Spoiler
Deadpool
alert.
2. It's been out for a couple weeks now, Kato. We are past the spoiler alert. But yeah, awesome. That's gonna be that'll be on my list for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be on my list for sure. So now, Kato, we have a little teaser of the Cable premium format figure from Sideshow.
Another person from Deadpool 2.
Another person from Deadpool 2. Spoiler.
Oh, it's been out for 2 weeks now or something like that, Joe. It's fine.
So again, I'm going to be all in on this. Let's see if Sideshow can dethrone
XM?
One up. Not dethrone because it's not on throne, but one up that XM Studios famous Cable statue. It would be cool.
Is Cable maquette too or no?
Premium format.
Okay.
So he'll be, $500 or $600. I'm guessing. It'd be interesting to see. The Sideshow can add a touch of mixed media to him. I personally like mixed media on my statues.
I really like their mixed media statues.
I think it can take it a touch above.
I think the quality control on it maybe is pretty tough, to be honest. But that's
what are you talking about? We haven't even seen him. You're talking about quality control on a statue we haven't even seen?
That Sideshow has a lot of problems with.
Name one problem Sideshow has had lately with quality control.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's many.
Name one.
I can't think of one, but I'm pretty sure there's many.
Well, anybody who's gotten a broken piece will probably say so.
Exactly. Like, the Wolverine, that base popping out. I saw a picture about that. There you go. That's recent too.
Wolverine hasn't been released yet.
Somebody has it.
No.
And it popped out.
Then you don't know the whole story.
Okay. That's what it looks like.
So there were some fake Wolverine photos that came out.
Oh, was it fake?
About Wolverine, showing him leaning, showing him ugly, crazy. And that was like a recast. Someone got a hold of a Wolverine statue from the factory and recast him already.
Wow.
This is all jacked up. Sideshow put out their own unboxing, which we'll see on this episode, Kato. And he looks awesome.
Oh, alright.
He looks awesome. So,
I didn't know.
If you want to pre-order the Iron Man stealth suit statue, click on the link in the comment section below. San Diego Comic-Con next month, Kato. I'm sure we'll see a lot of what Sideshow has teased. We'll get to see in person.
I really hope they do. Maybe no, because they probably would. Well, I was thinking they would do like a Cyclops would be pretty cool. Maybe a Jean Grey.
Yeah, that would absolutely be pretty cool. So we know they're going to be making some more stuff from that Mutant X-Men line. It'd be awesome, Kato. So looking forward to seeing more of that. I'm all in on the mutants, Kato. Yeah. All in on the mutants.
All in? Sure.
That's it this week from Sideshow Collectibles. So next up, Kato, we got a new diorama from Tsume Art.
Yes.
From the Dragon Ball Z line, Kato. Tell us about this statue.
It's going to be Krillin.
Krillin? Heroes in Terror HQS.
Yes.
By Tsume.
He's fighting some Cybermen?
Cybermen,
yeah, if I'm correct.
This looks like another home run.
Oh yeah, looks really cool. They've been doing really great stuff. A lot of people got their Vegeta recently and heard great things about it.
Yeah, Vegeta was good. Some people did have some complaints about the Goku and Nappa statue, but it was delivered as advertised, so people had complaints with the way his hair was made, but it was advertised like that. Yeah. If you looked at it, it was advertised like that. So this is another diorama from Dragon Ball Z. Early in the sagas is what they've been doing.
Yes.
So this guy, edition size of 2000?
Yes, 2000.
priced at 599 euros.
Yes.
Which is about
700 something.
$700. So Tsume Art, based out of France. We come from France.
The estimated release date on this is already in 2020.
Holy.
2020.
That's not even next year.
Yeah.
That's beyond. Beyond. Man, we gotta get some more statue factories. Kick out some of these statues more often.
Yeah.
Spend more time waiting on stuff, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna be alive in 2020, but if I am, I'm not getting this statue, because again, I kind of regret selling my Piccolo and Gohan.
It just didn't fit in your collection, though. That's the thing.
It did not, but...
Because I would have liked it if I liked both of them, but I don't.
Looks really, really, really awesome. Dragon Ball Z fans, Tsume Art, small scale dioramas, gotta be happy with this. Alright, Kato, last but not least, it's time to talk some XM Studios. XM Studios is going to be showing off some of their statues at some Comic-Con this weekend over in Asia, Kato.
I have no idea what it is.
But be on the lookout for some pics and video of people attending those events. Probably see some of the statues we're going to be previewing here. You could see me in person, or probably some painted versions, right?
Yeah.
So first up, Kato, what is first up?
So from XM Studios, we have 2 pre-order statues. First one's going to be the red Power Ranger. This one looks pretty awesome, to be honest.
It does look awesome if you're a Power Ranger fan.
Oh, yeah.
This from the movie, or is this from the TV show?
I think this one is from... I think this is their own thing. But this one, yeah, it kind of... I think it's like a mixture of both. Because I definitely know it's from the first one. The movie's been so long since I watched the movie. But
so probably a more modern version.
Yeah, exactly.
XM's own take.
And then next up, this one was kind of weird, but XM has their art series line, which this one is coming from Caleb Nelson? Nefson, yeah. His Viking Thor.
Okay.
This one looks pretty cool. When I look at this, I really wish that the cape was mixed media, because they would have just been awesome looking. Because that's kind of like when you think of Thor, you kind of think about his cape being mixed media, but that's just...
Yeah, but no, this is not to be confused with Marvel's Thor. This is the Viking Thor from Norse mythology.
Yeah.
We got some teasers, Kato.
Yeah, because, Sideshow, they came out with some mutant stuff. Same thing comes here from XM Studios. We have see a little bit of Wolverine with the cowl and without the cowl, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
And then we got basically the Justice League from DC. They're doing a DC line. We got Flash, we have Wonder Woman, and we have Aquaman.
Yeah, so interesting about this DC line from XM is it is 1/6 scale.
Okay.
And it is a worldwide license. So if you're in the United States and you want to pick these up, you will be able to.
Yes. And then we also, today they released the picture of the Joker.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then lastly, I don't remember that we've already covered them before, but you can go them again.
And it looks like we got another pic of the Samurai Batman on a horse, which this Samurai Japanese Batman line is also a worldwide license as well.
So is Justice League going to be worldwide as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Justice League is worldwide.
That's neat.
Smaller scale. Marvel, though, still is not worldwide.
Okay.
So if you want to buy some of their Marvel statues, their new XM line, gotta know a guy. Right, Kato?
Yes.
Gotta know a guy. So lots of good stuff from XM Studios. Looking forward to seeing some pics from
their Comic-Con that they're going to, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's on the top of my tongue. I just can't spit it out right now. So, but that's it this week from XM Studios, and that's it this week for the previews and pre-orders. All right, Kato, now it's time for this week's collection update.
Yes. What do you got going on?
No.
Me?
No, what do you got going on?
Me? Nothing. For me, like I said earlier, Venom and 2099 from Kotobukiya. We'll be having a video of that real soon. Other than that, pretty much I'll eventually get the Flash from Prime 1 Studios, and then most likely that Miles Morales from Sideshow as well.
Okay, interesting. You have that on pre-order, Flash? You have Miles Morales on pre-order?
No. Because the thing is, I don't know. Some people care about the edition sizes, and some people don't. Because remember last time when I did the Prime 1 Studio 2099, I wanted them, quickly as possible, and I did a payment plan, and it was like delayed for like 2 months, and I just canceled it.
Gotta update that payment plan.
Yeah, I didn't know,
bro.
Yeah.
Gotta update that payment plan. So for me, obviously, got the big guy in Guts. Got Ken from Pop Culture Shock. Haven't opened him up yet. He's one I got while I was still the room was still full. So I wanted to more excited for Guts than I was for Ken though. He's gonna have a spot over there in my Street Fighter collection. Anything else? Just been getting in some books. You can see behind me. Got that Infinity Gauntlet box case. After watching that video on H.M.O Collectibles, unboxing that box slipcase, and I had to have it. That was on Amazon for like $4.50, and I missed it on in-stock trades, but finally went on sale on Amazon, and I snatched it up. It has a ton of books, really, really heavy, Kato.
That box was like the best box I've ever seen.
Yeah, so make sure you guys out there, if you like comic books, you like statues, check out the H.M.O Collectibles. They do a lot of stuff about comics, about omnibuses. Warning though, if you're watching that, you're gonna probably be like me and go add a bunch of omnibuses and comics to your cart. So just a fair warning, guys. So I've been getting a lot of those in, and then I've been updating my pre-order list lately. So since it's been 4 months since our last video, I'm gonna give you guys kind of an update of what is on the pre-order list currently and what we can look forward to. Did have to cut some stuff down, did have to trim some fat. Again, running out of real estate, I have no idea. I have kind of some idea where this guy is going to go, but he's going to displace 2 different statues. I don't know where those are going to go, so I'm going to have to do some thinking, some rearranging, some more trimming of the fat in the collection, which means selling some stuff, which I've been talking about doing lately anyway. Kind of sold some hot toys that I hadn't unboxed yet. Made some profit on a couple of those too, which isn't my intent, but I usually, when I sell stuff, I just throw it up on eBay for a low cost, and then I let the auction take it where it takes it. So right now we do have a statue from Silver Fox Collectibles. I'll throw up some pictures of the in progress of that statue. This is the Barakiel statue from the Deathwing video game. It's just recently released their enhanced edition. So this is from Warhammer 40k. This is a Deathwing Terminator. Dark Angels, my favorite chapter in Warhammer 40k, my favorite set of characters. So looks like progress in this. Honestly, it's slow. This guy was supposed to be out, I think, 4th quarter of last year. They pushed it to 1st quarter of this year. Obviously, that's not going to happen. It's probably going to be like 4th quarter of this year, but I like the progress that they're making. I like where they're headed, so when he is available, we'll be having that here on the channel. Also have, let's see, I canceled that Prime 1 Venom, Kato.
Really?
After the delay, and now kind of regretting it.
Because of the movie?
No, because it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Because it looks awesome. And gotta have a Venom.
Yeah. Was it Prime 1 Venom or Sideshow Venom?
Prime 1 Venom.
So the one with like tentacles?
Yeah, tentacles. So I canceled him. Still have Ultimate Akuma from Pop Culture Shock.
Yep.
It actually comes with 2 statues on pre-order. We'll be getting a Sideshow Wolverine here in a couple months. Exclusive edition, which I am really looking forward to. It'll be the first in my that new Mutant X-Men line coming from them. We also have a Sideshow Magneto on pre-order, a little bit more expensive statue. Kind of a lot of people on the fence about that one, but I'm all in on that mutant line. They
changed him because I personally thought when they first announced him and they gave us what he looked like, I thought it was pretty cool, but now they changed, I don't know, they changed him a little bit, his stance or something like that. It was weird.
We got 2 statues from the Prime 1 Hush line. I did end up pre-ordering that Batman, and then I did pre-order that Superman as well. I know I was kind of not really digging that Batman, digging the pose. But when I saw they're gonna have a Nightwing, I said, well, I really want a Nightwing statue. You got Nightwing, you gotta have Batman, and then Superman for sure. So he did kick off the Sideshow Superman off the list, though. So gonna have
Wait, the Sideshow Superman?
Yeah, he kicked off the Sideshow Superman off the list, yeah. And then also coming in the next couple months, we will have the Sideshow Batwoman to go along with the Bat Fam.
Oh, you did get Batwoman?
I did recently order her. And then I also ordered that new Sideshow Captain America.
Yeah, he looks really awesome.
So like a modern version of Cap in my collection. Gonna have the classic kind of World War II looking version. Not classic comic version, but classic World War II looking version. I'll replace with that. And then I did recently put the exclusive Miles Morales on my pre-order list. I ordered him up. So I put my money on that, Kato.
Cool.
A low edition size on him, right?
Yeah.
I got the exclusive edition. So that's what I'm thinking. Man, a Venom one. You have Spider-Man, you have Green Goblin, you have Miles Morales. Even though Venom is a part of that Miles base, Kato. And then Miles has that animated movie coming out at the end of the year from Sony.
Something into Spider-Man or something like that.
I didn't read a lot of Miles. I haven't read a lot of Miles Morales or the Ultimate Universe, right?
Yeah. He's like the new Spider-Man now.
I think he's now a part of the 616 universe too, but I'm not completely up to date on my modern books. I put him on pre-order. So a lot of statues I'm looking to put on pre-order. We talked about earlier. Full Mutant X-Men line from Sideshow. Maybe absolutely Mr. Freeze. If they come out with any more characters from the Batman line, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure they're going on the list. Maybe, possibly, if Pop Culture Shock decides to make some more mixed media Street Fighter classic series, might put those on the list. Really just thinking I'm going to have Ken, Ryu, Goken, and Akuma. And do have Charlie Nash.
I'm surprised you don't have Chun-Li. But they don't do her.
They made a Chun-Li in 1/3 scale. If they revisited her with their mixed media line, I would definitely consider that. Though strange that I didn't order the Guile.
Yeah.
I didn't, which is kind of disappointing. So
I thought he was your favorite character too. Wasn't he your favorite character in the past?
No. I was always a Ryu guy. Is my favorite character. Though I do like playing as Guile in the game. So then thinking about pre-ordering once he comes up the Griffith in demon form to go alongside that Guts statue. But looking how big Guts is, gotta think where to put it. But that guy's not even for pre-order yet, so he's not gonna come out till 2020. So. Plenty of time to think about that. So, anything you think you might want to put on the list?
No, not that I can think of. It would be really... Well, I'm not a huge fan anymore, but the Power Ranger, the red Power Ranger from XM is pretty awesome, to be honest. And then it looks pretty tempting for the XM DC line as well. I think they look pretty good, especially the Joker, to be honest. Because I was kind of thinking about the Sideshow Joker with the Harley, but then he looks kind of weird.
Yeah. So lines I'm collecting and continue to collect is a quarter scale Sideshow, Gotham. I'll call the Gotham Batman line.
Yeah.
Not gonna get redos of characters unless I think it's better than what I already have. But honestly, the mixed media versions of what Sideshow has now,
they're not that out of the park, to be honest.
I'm completely okay with them. I don't mind having more Batman statues, but it's got to be good to have a Batman statue. Yeah. A quarter scale Marvel statues, not all of them, but some of them. Like I want a more modern version of Captain America. I've said that for a while.
That's awesome.
I don't need another Daredevil. Definitely.
Punisher would be nice.
Yeah, a new Punisher, a new fully sculpted Punisher would be nice. I'm gonna be all in on the Mutant line, X-Men line. And then, if they come out with some more cosmic characters. I would love that.
Like who?
Like an Adam Warlock, a new Silver Surfer, a new Galactus.
Oh man, if they made Silver Surfer, I think the community would explode.
So interesting that Sideshow hasn't done that yet. Hey, if Sideshow came up with a Fantastic Four, but you know they're not pushing. They are making some more of the Fox, not the Fox, the Sony characters, and they are starting to make some of the Fox characters again, though not movie versions, the comic versions. They kind of put the kibosh on a lot of Fantastic Four stuff, but they're back in the comics now, and then with Marvel and Disney trying to purchase Fox, that could open things up again to give Sideshow some more free reign for these characters. Looks like they have free reign again, so the X-Men line is going to get big. It's going to get big fast. It's going to take up a lot of room, so got to think about how I'm going to fit all those. Going to have to move some pieces out for sure, definitely. And then for Pop Culture Shock Street Fighter, I'm running a little cold on Pop Culture Shock lately. They actually release stuff anymore, and when they do, it takes a super long time. I just don't know what's going on with that company.
I feel like their shipping is like 2025 now.
Since they changed ownership and they moved to the other side of the country, I just don't know what direction they're headed in and what's going on. I'm not really interested in some of the new statues they're putting out. D&D and Transformers, small scale, cheap Transformers, and some of their, they did Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that one was good.
And they did a Throne piece recently. So, just something I'm getting frustrated with some of these other companies. Sideshow's actually releasing statues earlier, right? They're the big kids on the block, so they're probably paying to do that. When Sideshow pays to do that, the other companies that can't afford to pay to do that, like Pop Culture Shock, Prime 1 Studio. Well, I think Prime 1 Studios kind of in a different boat, but they're taking forever to release statues, man. They're taking forever. Pop Culture Shock's taking forever, Prime 1's taking forever. Sideshow's actually the only company right now that's like consistently releasing stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting note, looking at the first 4 figures Collectors Club, they showed production pics of that snake statue already. How long was that?
A year ago, wasn't it?
Not that long ago, the pre-order was up. Remember the controversy? Maybe 6 months ago, the pre-order was up.
Okay.
They already have pics of in-progress statues there. That's awesome. That's great. And what else did we see production pics of recently? That was a fast turnaround. Oh, again, first 4 figures. That Sonic the Hedgehog, people getting that in hand.
Oh yeah.
That was a while. That was maybe a year ago, but it wasn't so long with these weights. So I'm getting frustrated with these weights. Canceled a lot of Prime 1 pieces because I'm frustrated with the weights. Canceled that Venom, even though I think he looks great. Canceled Gabriel Angelos. I get really frustrated with waiting and then stuff getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and it just messes with the budget. Kind of messes with your whole collection plan. So I'll add one more statue to the Guts line. Primarily sticking to Sideshow stuff in the future. Yeah. Because for me, they deliver. And I don't mind it anymore when they bump it up, because so many other companies are bumping back. I used to get kind of ticked off when Sideshow would bump something up, because then it would mess with my budget. Yeah. But so many other companies are pushing back. When Sideshow pushes up, I'm like, yes. Get a statue in.
And I think their customer service is pretty great too, to be honest.
Customer service is always good. They always answer your questions quickly. And then one more. Gotta put that H.M.O. Gillyman on. Gillyman. Rubute. He has a lot of nicknames in 40K. Call him Papa Smurf. Call him Girly Man. He's a beast on the battlefield. Primark of the Ultramarines. Gonna put that on pre-order. Probably anything H.M.O. releases as a part of that line I'll put on pre-order, which is gonna be huge statues, Kato. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to buy another house. Definitely need to get another storage place, right?
Yes. Definitely.
I'm full to the brim.
Definitely.
Right now, my little storage spot. Kato saw it last week, and so that's where I'm headed with my collection. Shelving wise, thinking about switching out the bigger paxes for some of the smaller paxes, just because the shelf bowing is getting a little annoying.
Yeah.
Cartel from Hell actually released a video showing the pack shelves, which are the big shelves I have in the background. They're made for wardrobes. They're made to hold clothes. They're not made to hold 30, 40, 50-pound statues. So if you're going to use the packs from IKEA, there is a lot of considerations to take in. It's not just easy like a Besta. So check out the Cartel from Hell video. He explains how to put brackets in, how to put a rod in. There's a little bit more work that goes into it, but you definitely get more space. Like if I had Bestas in the same spot I had these packs, I wouldn't be able to have as many statues. Yeah. Definitely wouldn't be able to have the bigger ones. So that's where I'm at. So guys, let me know what you think of what's going on with my collection. Let me know if you're gonna pre-order any of those same statues that I'm gonna pre-order. Just let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Let me know if you have any questions. Just give me a shout. And Kato, that's it for this week's collection update. All right, Kato, we've reached the point in the video where we usually do either question of the week, or most recently we've been doing Kato's Corner.
Yes.
Where we share some of your comments, questions, etc. Since we haven't done a video in like 4 months, I'm just going to ask you, leave your comments, questions, anything you want to talk about. Let us know what you thought of this week's pre-orders. Let us know what you thought your favorite pieces have been recently. Let us know if you have any questions about anything that we haven't covered this week's episode. A lot of stuff has come out. A lot of some controversies out there that we're probably going to want to stay away from. But if you have questions, just let us know. And we'll be back next in 2 weeks, and we'll talk about some of your comments and questions in the next episode. So, Kato, out of everything we covered in this week's episode, what was your favorite?
This is probably kind of be like a curveball, but I kind of want to say our boys in first 4 figures, the true 4 Midna Definitive Edition. I really just like how that case is done. It's phenomenal. It's like $300 for that case, but that case looks just wow. Just wow. I think because I've seen people do custom, domes for their statues, but that's just like wow. Because there's even lights in it. Like, come on, that's awesome. Honestly, I think out of everything, it's weird, but I think they're doing great, to be honest.
So for me, I'm just gonna say it's been all of the X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I've said in the past, I would rather collect X-Men than I would the Avengers, personally. And it's great to see Sideshow's back in with a lot of X-Men statues. We got Cable, awesome.
Yes.
Mystique, Juggernaut, awesome. It's just going to be great. So hopefully they'll do the rest of the X-Men. I'd love to see Cyclops, Jean Grey,
give me a Gambit or
Rogue and Gambit, and
Nightcrawler would be kind of cool too.
Nightcrawler, Bishop,
Quicksilver, maybe. It's gonna be kind of hard to do him, right?
Why?
Because I think it's gonna be tough to kind of show that he's like running fast or something.
You could throw Scarlet Witch in there.
Yeah.
New Scarlet Witch. Just lots of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
You can do a new Apocalypse. You can do some Mr. Sinister, Omega Red. Yeah, sky's the limit with that line. Makes me excited to be a collector, right? Hopefully, at some point, Sideshow will put some love into the cosmic side of it. I used to read a lot of that as a kid as well. I used to read a lot of X-Men. Used to read a lot of the cosmic, which is why I bought that box set, so I could jump into Cosmic Universe and Silver Surfer. Just great nostalgia, and so that's what I'm getting out of the X-Men line. And if they did some more cosmic characters, I would get it out of that. So definitely Sideshow kicking up the X-Men universe. Love that. I hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Statue Talk. Let Kwong and I know what you thought. some of the topics we covered in the comment section below. You may share some of your thoughts and opinions on next 2 weeks episode, Kato. Check out our website, statuereview.com, and give us a like on Facebook. We try to share a lot of stuff from around social media in relation to statues, previews, pre-orders, etc., etc. If you're following those companies, you're going to get that news anyway, but if you're not, we'd like that to be a one-stop shop for you. That way you can check it out. Stop scrolling through all those LeBron James crying memes or J.R. Smith running to the liquor store memes. The way you can get that out of your feed and just check out statues. So we'll be back with updating that like we were before again recently. So make sure you check it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to check out our latest unboxings, reviews, and collection updates. We will do the review of Guts here pretty soon. We'll do the unboxing of Pop Culture Shock Ken Player 2 Blue version, Kato.
Yes.
Are coming soon as well. As soon as I figure out where to put this guy, I'll be doing a collection update here on the channel as well. Remember, statue collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. This has been Joe Prodzik.
Colin.
Thanks for watching. So today we're doing this, well, at least one of us is doing it Jim Mint style, aka Manimal style.
Sure.
Kwong's not much of a beer drinker.
Sure.
He likes, what's that drink you like? Fireball.
I used to.
Kwong is a Fireball drinker, not a beer drinker. I didn't quite do it Manimal style. I only had one beer, Kato.
They had like 10 or like 12 or something.